5 games, 1 spark. And suddenly, Manchester United felt alive again. In early October 2025, this club was drowning, ripped apart by Brentford, questioned everywhere, and tense inside Old Trafford. Then something flipped. A Sunderland night brought belief back. Sesko finally scored. Mount set the tone. Pressure lifted, momentum followed, and then came Anfield. 9 years without a win, 62 seconds to shock Liverpool. Mbeumo struck, Maguire rose. Silence fell, chaos erupted. Under Ruben Amorim, United didn't scrap the system, they sharpened it. Faster play, direct intent. Casemiro reborn, 3 league wins, 4th place, 5 matches unbeaten. This isn't just a run, it's a reminder. Stay locked in, drop your thoughts below, and hit subscribe for United stories you won't want to miss. The moment that shifted everything. Think back to early October 2025. Manchester United had just been torn apart by Brentford, and the mood around Ruben Amorim was turning sour. Supporters doubted his rigid 3-4-3 shape, pundits demanded answers, and Old Trafford felt silent on match days, with tension hanging heavily in the air. Then came Sunderland. On paper, beating a championship team doesn't earn applause, but context matters. Benjamin Sesko, scoreless in his opening 6 Premier League matches, finally looked like the forward United invested heavily in. Mason Mount struck first, Sesko added another, and suddenly it clicked. You could sense the pressure easing from the players' shoulders as belief slowly returned across the squad together that night. Anfield, where legends are forged. But let's be real, the true message was delivered at Anfield. United hadn't won there since 2016. 9 years. Almost a decade filled with pain, close calls, and Liverpool supporters singing about their fading rivals. And for the first time in years, United stepped into that cauldron and said, "Not today." Bryan Mbeumo struck after just 62 seconds, the fastest goal ever scored in a Premier League meeting between these two at Anfield. Liverpool rattled the woodwork 3 times through Cody Gakpo, they found a late equalizer, and it felt like the familiar script was playing out again. Then Harry Maguire. Yes, that Harry Maguire. The player who's faced more criticism than almost any centre-back in Premier League history, rose to meet Bruno Fernandes' cross and powered a header past Mamardashvili. Old Trafford South fell completely silent. The away end? Absolute bedlam. What actually shifted tactically? Here's where it gets interesting. Amorim didn't abandon his system, he refined it. United's goalkeeper began firing long balls at an unheard-of pace, entirely avoiding the risky build-up patterns that had burned them so often earlier on. Under Amorim, they moved from being the slowest side in the league to the 8th fastest. Fewer short sideways passes in danger, more urgency, more problems for opponents, not for themselves. And Casemiro? The 33-year-old Brazilian many believed was done suddenly became the heartbeat of this team again. When he was on the field, United looked calm. When he went off versus Brighton at 3-2, you could genuinely see them collapse. The momentum grows. The Brighton game was pure chaos, 4-2 at Old Trafford, with Matthias Cunha netting his first United goal and Mbeumo grabbing a brace. 3 straight Premier League wins for the first time since February 2024. United surged into 4th place. Only 3 points off leaders Arsenal. Those draws with Spurs and Nottingham Forest, that came next. Sure, they were not flawless, but De Ligt's 90+6 equalizer versus Forest showed something new. This was a side that refused to lose. Pure fight. Why it mattered. 5 games doesn't sound like a lot, but for a club as huge as Manchester United, when you're buried under negativity, 5 unbeaten matches can feel like a breath of fresh air. It gave Sesko belief. It quieted, at least for a while, the critics of the system. It reminded everyone that Amorim, when given time, really could build something meaningful. Was it sustainable? Well, we know how it eventually unfolded. But in that moment, across those 5 special games, Manchester United remembered who they were meant to be. And honestly, that's what football is all about. Those brief spells when everything clicks and you remember why you fell in love with this beautiful, frustrating game in the first place. What did you make of Amorim's unbeaten run? Share your thoughts in the comments below and don't forget to smash that subscribe button.